Hello everyone, welcome to 360 on History. I'm Simon Baig and today we're taking a journey through the medieval heart of Krakow, one of Europe's most historically rich cities. Now, whether you're a history buff or just someone interested in discovering a new destination, Krakow's old town is a treasure trove of stories waiting to be uncovered. So let's just sit back and step into the past. Krakow is a city steeped in history. It was once the royal capital of Poland, and in many ways, it's still a living, breathing testament to the Middle Ages. The old town, with its cobblestone streets, towering spires, and ancient buildings, remains a glorious snapshot of the past. You can just really see the past everywhere you go there. The heart of the city is the main market square or Rheine-Glauni, which is not only the largest medieval town square in Europe, but also the pulse of the city, surrounded by medieval townhouses, churches, and landmarks. It is the perfect starting point for a visit to Krakow. Now, one of the most iconic structures here is the Cloth Hall. This is a market hall dating back to the 14th century, although its foundations are perhaps even older. This was originally a place for trading textiles, but is now a house for shops selling local crafts, souvenirs, and it gives the sense of the trade that once filled Krakow's streets. When you walk inside it, you will still get a taste of that medieval commercial hustle. The current cloth hall obviously has been renovated a number of times, but you can still get the feel of the medieval past. But Krakow's charm isn't just in the architecture, it's also in its story. And no story of medieval Krakow would be complete without mentioning Wawel Hill. This is an imposing limestone hill where the Grand Wawel Castle and Wawel Cathedral stand. The castle has served as the residence of Polish kings for centuries, and the cathedral is a site of immense historical and religious significance. Here, Polish kings were crowned, and many of them were buried in the crypts beneath the cathedral. But perhaps one of the most famous stories tied to this hill is that of the Wawel dragon, a legendary creature that once terrorized the city. Now, while it's no longer around, if it ever was, you can still find its statue near the castle, breathing fire and standing as a reminder of Krakow's mythical past. Speaking of the cathedral, another thing to note is that the first ever known Italian pope, Pope John Paul II, was also from Krakow. So, as we move through the streets of the old town, we see one of its most celebrated landmarks, the St. Mary's Basilica. It stands tall with its twin towers. Now, this Gothic church is known now not just for its architecture, but also for the trumpeter that sounds the trumpet every hour from its tallest tower. The tune is cut off midway as a nod to a brave trumpeter who was shot while sounding the alarm about an invading Mongol army in the 13th century. This act of heroism is immortalized in Krakow's daily rituals, reminding people of the city's turbulent medieval past. Now, another hidden gem in the old town is the Florianska Street, one of the main arteries of the medieval city, leading up to Florianska Gate, which is a part of the original city fortifications. The gate once served as one of the main entrances to Krakow, and as you pass under it today, you can't help but feel all the centuries that have passed since the first merchants and travelers walked beneath it. I could just stand there and imagine the traders passing through. It was such a glorious experience. Now, here I should say that Krakow was the capital of Poland till 1596, and the city has a population of 804,237 people, with approximately 8 million additional people living within a 100-kilometer or 62-mile radius. Now, Krakow has been the leading centers of Polish academic, cultural, and artistic life throughout its history. It has been cited as one of Europe's most beautiful cities, and its old town that we've just been talking about was declared a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1978. It was one of the first world sites granted this status. Krakow is actually situated on the Vistula River in Lesser Poland, and it began as a hamlet on the Wawel Hill. It was a busy trading center of Central Europe as early as 985. In 1038, it became the seat of Polish monarchs from the Piast dynasty. Now, coming back to the medieval period, Krakow's medieval defensive walls were once a mighty barrier with 47 towers, and most of which are gone now. However, you can still explore the remnants of the Barbican. This is a fortified outpost that protected the city from invaders. Now, this iconic structure, with its circular shape and Gothic arches, is quite a formidable site, standing as a formidable reminder of Krakow's strategic importance in the medieval era. Now, let's not forget the Kazimierz, the old Jewish district, which was once an independent town before it became part of Krakow. While this area is rich in Jewish history and culture, it also holds medieval information. The old synagogue, one of the oldest in Europe, stands as a reminder of the Jewish community's long history in the city, dating back to the 15th century. Walking through Kazimierz, you can feel the layers of history from its medieval roots to the vibrant, multicultural atmosphere of today. It's quite a nice walk, and you can go and see the river from there as well. As you wander through the old town of Krakow, it's impossible not to feel the weight of its past. Every street, every stone, every building has a story to tell, it seems. From the bustling market square to the quiet alleys, Krakow's medieval history is alive in every corner, it seems to me, waiting for you to discover it, which you can do via its many museums. And here are a few examples. The Rheineck Underground Museum is quite an archaeological site beneath Krakow's main market square. It offers a fascinating glimpse into the city's medieval past. I think for me, it was the highlight because it showcases a variety of artifacts from 13th to the 18th centuries, including tools, pottery, and even remnants of the city's original wooden buildings. The museum presents an immersive experience using modern technology to bring the medieval world of Krakow to life. It's a must see. If you see one museum, if when you go to Krakow, this should be it. The Wawel Castle, of course, is also an important site. It is one of Poland's most iconic landmarks and a must see for any visitor to the city. Situated on Wawel Hill that we spoke about before, this royal residence has been home to Polish kings for centuries, and it boasts a stunning blend of Gothic, Renaissance, and Baroque architecture. It's also quite a lovely sight. The castle houses a rich collection of art, royal treasures, and of course, the Wawel Dragon's legendary cave. The Wawel Cathedral is also close by, and that is also a very lovely cathedral from inside. I would recommend seeing that as well. Now, the another place to learn more about Krakow and its history is the Krakow National Museum, one of Poland's largest museums. It is a cultural treasure trove located across several buildings. It features collections ranging from ancient art to contemporary works, but its most famous exhibit is The Lady with an Ermine by Leonardo da Vinci. Oh, and one does have to try the famous Polish dumpling called the pierogi, as well as the oberwazanek, a braided ring-shaped bread that is boiled and sprinkled with salt and sesame or poppy seeds before being baked. It is sold by hawkers all over the city. Thank you for joining me on 360 on History. I hope you enjoyed this journey through Krakow's medieval heart as much as I did. Stay curious and keep exploring the past with me, Simon Bake. Until next time, please check out the website 360onhistory.com, our YouTube channel for videos on Krakow, and join us on the social media. See you.